I'm at a gas station and I'm filling up for the first time with 0% ethanol. I've got a little bit of ethanol, 10% ethanol gas in my tank. It's a 22-gallon tank, so I'm guessing I have maybe 2 gallons, but somewhere around there. Hello, Mike here from MikeOverlanding. In this video, I'm comparing the gas mileage I'll get using gasoline as compared to gasoline blended with ethanol, also known as E10. Will switching from E10 gasoline to regular gasoline improve my gas mileage by between 2 to 3 miles per gallon? Okay, you heard that. The fuel pump has automatically stopped. And if you could bring that around here and show this, it stopped at 17.36 gallons. This is a follow-up video to my recent video called Ethanol and My Low Miles Per Gallon Gladiator. The video outlines my quest for trying to figure out why my Gladiator gets so far fewer miles per gallon than what Jeep says I should be getting. I know that the manufacturer's numbers are produced in a controlled environment, but gosh, I'm thinking I should be getting much closer than what I'm actually getting. So Jeep says I should be getting 19 miles per gallon combined city highway. And here's what I'm actually getting in a combination of city highway driving, a measly 13.8 miles per gallon. And that's not towing anything, that's not carrying heavy loads, that's always in two-wheel high, 13.8. This is a difference of over 5 miles per gallon, and I think that's a huge difference. If you check out my video, you'll see that these are the 8 reasons I came up with that could potentially be giving me low miles per gallon, low gas mileage. Today, what I'm doing, I'm drilling into reason number 1, fuel efficiency, better fuel economy, and number 3, cost. The consensus of authors in my research pointed to the belief that gasoline is more fuel efficient, provides better fuel economy, and costs less than gasoline blended with 10% ethanol. My first step was to record how much it costs to fill up my tank with E10 gasoline, and as you can see here, it costs $3.499 per gallon. Then I needed to record how much it would cost me to purchase 100% gasoline. And as you can see here, it's $3.899 per gallon. I recorded this under premise 1, which is a gain of 2 miles per gallon. You may recall that premise 2 is a gain of 3 miles per gallon over E10. And as you can see, the price of that gasoline is exactly the same. To no one's surprise, it clearly shows that it is less expensive at the pump to purchase E10 than it does gasoline. And we needed to record the total cost to fill up the tank. And as you can see, it's $8.80 more expensive to fill up a tank with gasoline than E10 on the day I purchased this. How many more miles will I travel at an extra 2 miles per gallon and at an extra 3 miles per gallon? The total estimated miles I could travel using 10% ethanol is about 304 miles. Under premise 1, assuming a gain of 2 miles per gallon, I should be able to travel an additional 44 miles over ethanol. Under premise 2, a gain of 3 miles per gallon, I should be able to travel an additional 66 miles. E10 costs less at the pump. However, using gasoline, I can go many more miles. So what is the true cost per mile of gasoline versus E10? This example shows that the cost of E10 per mile in dollars is 0.2536. However, the cost per mile under premise 1 in dollars is 0.2468. Under premise 2, a gain of 3 miles per gallon would produce a cost per mile of only 0.2321. If the premise is correct, gasoline is less expensive than E10 when all factors are considered. The cost per mile of ethanol at about 25 cents as compared to premise 1 gasoline at 24 cents and premise 2 at 23 cents may seem insignificant, but under this scenario, if we assume 350 miles traveled at each of these various miles per gallon, you can save between $2.37 and $7.51 using gasoline. Although I have been averaging about 13.8 miles per gallon, as you can see in this example, I was only getting 13.6 miles per gallon. In all fairness, you can see that I'm in four-wheel high. We had 2 snowstorms come through, and I was in four-wheel high for several days until the pavement was dry. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I think a difference of only 0.2 of a mile per gallon being in four-wheel high with all the other parts moving around really isn't so bad. Sometimes I get 13.9 miles per gallon, but mostly 13.8. To start my experiment to either prove or disprove the premise, I went to the gas station and filled up with gasoline. Before filling my tank with gasoline, you can see my last reading using E10 was at 13.8 miles per gallon, and I have about 1/8 of a tank of that left in here. I thought this was a little strange, but the gas prices when I started my experiment were exactly the same as my original video. The pump stopped at 17.36 gallons of gasoline that I put into my 22-gallon tank, which means about 79% of my gas is gasoline, and the other 21% is E10. And once again, this is the starting point of my experiment at 13.8 miles per gallon. Can I get 2 or 3 more miles per gallon using gasoline? After traveling about 113 miles, I improved my average miles per gallon by 1.1 miles per gallon. A little highway driving helped, but this of course is my normal daily drive anyway. Despite some city driving, I still improved further to 15 miles per gallon. It was really fun watching this open up. I'm now at 15.5 miles per gallon on average. This is huge. I'm already over 1.8 miles per gallon on average than when I was using ethanol. I'm currently at 15.6 miles per gallon, and that's using a half tank of a blended gasoline and E10 mix. Here are the stats so far. As you can see in the column on the right, I'm already at 15.6 miles per gallon on average and climbing, whereas ethanol only 13.8 miles per gallon. And on average, I've increased my travel range by about 40 miles. What is my current cost per mile using gasoline versus 10% ethanol? Since our true cost is the cost per mile of gasoline, you can see here that I've already broken the break-even point. I'm at 0.2499. The data so far suggests that I'm going to prove the premise correct. And I started with a mixture of 79% gasoline and 21% E10, so this isn't really even true gasoline. I'm only halfway through a tank of gas, and I'm already at 15.6 miles per gallon. So this is wonderful. Everything is heading in the right direction. In fact, is it quite possible that I disprove the premise because I go over 3 miles per gallon improvement? So that would be cool. Here are just some of my other YouTube videos that you may find interesting. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for watching. I hope this was useful. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. And I will be doing a follow-up video once the miles per gallon kind of start to settle down.